It's Monday, which means it's time to crown this week's problematic foal. For those that don't know, every single week we look back at the past 7 days and we choose the most problematic out of my foals, my minis, and my horses. Problematic as in super inconvenient, whether that be a vet bill, whether that be they broke out of their stall, they wreak havoc, they hurt another pasture mate, they hurt themselves, like whatever, you know? There's about 1,000,001 ways for them to win this award. But thankfully, this past week was so uneventful that it's really not that big of a reason for this foal to be problematic. And I think it's funny because they're not problematic that often. So I give you Benedict. Now, I'm pretty sure the only other reason that he's been problematic is why he has this scar on his face. When he was a little bit younger, a couple months ago, he peeled his face off. So that was the other reason he was problematic. This is a little bit less dramatic. This time, I was out of town pretty much the entirety of last week, and the couple days that I was in town, nobody was really significantly problematic. And so I was told by those who have to deal with him on a daily basis that he has been quite nippy, which I'm now rethinking my position. I was told that you bit Alyssa, that you bit Eliza, that you bit Gerardo, like you were just biting everybody. And I don't know why. They're the ones that ensure that you get your food. They make sure that you and your mommy get this cozy stall that's nice and clean. And I mean, come on, learn who to piss off around here. Look at the ear floofies. Isn't that crazy? His ear floofies definitely rival Woody's. And I love that he just lets me play with them. For those that don't know, that's not that normal for little babies. They don't love you just to like stick your fingers in their ears. So thankfully, it seems like you were just the most problematic out of the unproblematic. Which, if you're gonna have to win it one week, that's the week to win it. Tell you what, I'll let you say you're sorry if you kiss us. If you give us a little boop. Mwah. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Hey, no, Zelda. We got a collar for Zelda to tell her and Salem apart. So anyway, she always wants to get in the stall with Benedict, but Lexi hates her. So anyway, I think you can be a good boy and not do any bitings this week. How about that? How about that? If you think there was another foal that deserved it more, please let me know and the reasoning behind it. But I think we had a pretty good week.
We kind of got off on tangents again, as we always do. But I did say at the very beginning that we were going to basically just do an overview of what's going on and what's to come. And so the last week or two, there's been a lot happening, like just like horsey things. You know, like we got that new horse, which I think the day that we're filming this, it went up on YouTube. So if you haven't watched it, go watch. There's new horses galore at both the mini farm and the big barn. And they've just been settling in the heat, we just got back from the horse show, and just this is the time of year where it's becoming not the lull. It used to be like a real lull.
I know. Boy, it used to be a lull.
It used to be a real lull, and we just don't have that anymore. So like yesterday was the first day that I started kind of clamoring for things to do because it was so hot. And so I started doing the ASMR crunches. You know how we said in the last video, we're like, y'all hate the dove hunt video. Y'all hate our ASMR video.
It's Monday, which means it's time to crown this week's problematic horse. Now, if you're new here, every single week we look at the previous 7 days and we say, who was the most problematic? Who was the most inconvenient? Whether it be a stupid vet bill, whether it be they destroy some of my property, or they are just plain mean to their pasture mates. There's honestly a lot of random reasons that they can be crowned. This week was more so self-destruction. So I give you Beyonce. Now, for those that don't know, Beyonce does not carry her own babies anymore due to the fact that she tore her right front deep digital flexor tendon by 95% years ago. So with the magic of specialty shoeing and vet care, we've been able to have her comfortable enough to go outside, and like without a baby burdening her, she's quite happy. But like I said, emphasis on the specialty shoeing. And what does this girl do? She goes outside and was feeling herself and decided to buck and romp and go to town and tear not one, but both of her front shoes off, which, mind you, those front shoes cost so much. Like hundreds of dollars, okay? Every few weeks. Okay? That's how much we love you. So the farrier has to come on an off day. I have to pay for him to come out here and put these things back on. They're like super special, cushy, like glue-on shoes. And yeah, she just decided, you know, I think I'm just gonna go hurt myself, which luckily she didn't. She looks fine other than the fact that she now has no heel support and needs her shoes on. So she has to hang out in her stall until he gets here, and then she can go back outside, which in that case, I need you to not freaking do that again. You can take a little trot around, okay? You can do a little hi-ya like once. Let's not do a full-on show this next time. I really wish I had video evidence to show you. You're gonna just have to trust me with the fact that she does no longer have front shoes on, okay? What do you have to say for yourself, Miss Beyonce? Also, this does kind of double as like a proof of life since everyone thinks she's dead all the time. Anyway, there it is. Problematic horse of the week, Miss Beyonce. I would say this isn't the stupid vet bill. This is more of just like the stupid farrier bill, you know? Anyway, the least you could do is boop us out, Beyonce, with your cute little kisser button. What do you say? The least you could do. Thank you. That was very sweet of you. Now for the problematic foal. Stay tuned.